How are you?
Good.
See you. They're getting the operation together again. This is an operation that is secret, that they invited folks out. Can't tell you what is going to happen, but you're going to watch it live unfold here on the Don Lemon Show. What do you think of this?
Just a harmless Christian here that wants to praise the Lord with my son, and now I got to go home. I'm sorry that you guys are so angry.
I'm just chronicling. I'm not with
yeah, right. Just chronicling.
Block them from, their service. All these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps.
You're next, buddy.
On one side are people who watch a previous.
To any ICE agent that thinks they're gonna come into my home and terrorize me and my family.
You look good, buddy. He's checking.
You will be met with lethal force.
Holy.
I will kill on sight.
Holy
and
moly.
I will shoot to kill if need be. ICE agents are not allowed in my home.
Okay.
If you come into my home
All right.
to terrorize my family,
All right.
I will see you as a threat.
Wow.
And I will kill you.
That shocks me more than anything. He has a family.
Because you guys
His own
are
family.
terrorists.
Like a wife.
Bear in mind, I am very much armed.
Children that look like him.
And will
like
do
a
what
junior.
I need to do to protect my family. I stand against ICE. Any ICE agents that show to my home to terrorize my family will be dealt with immediately.
Wow. He's done.
They've just arrested Nakima Armstrong for our protest on Sunday.
And breaking this
You're next, buddy.
2 arrests in connection to that anti-ICE mob that broke into a church service on Sunday.
Yep, she was one of them.
They screamed at families. Those people just simply there to pray.
Yep.
And some of them continued to pray in the face of all of that.
It's unlawful, guys.
Attorney General Pam Bondi announced the arrests a short time ago. And she had a warning, quote, "Listen loud and clear. We do not tolerate attacks on places of worship."
That's right.
So this here is Nakima Levy Armstrong, and she was one of the organizers who helped break into the church in Minnesota and disrupt their service protesting about ICE. She's now been arrested.
She was the main one. Nakia was the main one.
Don't believe in the rule of law. They're fascists. They're now going after fucking the Clintons for the Epstein files.
You don't think we should, buddy?
What the
They're going to come at me with charges, and I'm not scared of that. There's no base for these charges. I did not commit any. I did not block them from, their service. All these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're living real life, nice lives with your lattes.
You're going to jail.
Doing absolutely nothing for your Latino and Somali brothers and sisters. You come here to a man wearing a suit. Is a preacher? Did Jesus wear a suit? They welcomed us in. They never asked us to leave. The police never came
Yes, they
in
did.
and
They
removed
did
us.
ask you to leave.
So we didn't stop their service. Jesus would dine with innocents. You do not touch me. Touch me again and see what happens.
Wow. Even threatened
You
them.
are a fake Christian. Why are you not standing with your Somali and Latino communities? Why do I not see you out at Whipple every day protesting this attack on humanity? Out now.
Wow.
Living real comfortable while the people starve.
How are you?
Good.
See you. They're getting the operation together again. This is an operation that is secret. What do you think of
Just
this?
a harmless Christian here that wants to praise the Lord with my son, and now I got to go home. I'm sorry that you guys are so angry.
I'm just chronicling. I'm not with the group.
You're not
may
just
look
chronicling,
like
buddy.
MAGA coded.
You're next.
But there's a reason they have so many white people here. I'm just going to be honest. It's because of the operation that
Racist,
they're
man.
doing
Always
today.
got
It's
to bring up the
important to
race.
have
Always.
allies, as they said, white allies here. So that is
gay
what I could
racist.
say. I turned
Double
our camera
minority.
off of them because they're giving some critical information here. But there we go. Everybody's ready to go.
This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere that is a key location. They don't expect us to come there, and then we disrupt business as usual.
Now, somebody should have advised her before this, because as I said before, if you protest on the outside of a church, it's completely fine. But if you go inside of the church, inside of the doors, and start to protest, then you're on shaky ground. And if you start to cause an interruption where you're threatening people and putting your hands on people, bro, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. And that's where you are right now. And Don Lemon and that other guy, the white dude with the big beard, he's next.
Nothing in the Constitution that tells you what time you can protest. You can protest at any time. That's the whole point of it, is to disrupt. It's to make uncomfortable. And that's what they're doing. And that's what I believe when I say everyone has to be willing to sacrifice something.
Can you understand why they're angry?
I don't understand any of this because I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man who loves the Lord and is a good father. This is what we look forward to, is coming, being with our family and praising Jesus, and that's not something that we have to run away from.
Yes. That pastor really did a remarkable thing there, trying to protect his parishioners.
And even the parishioners, I imagine, have felt and feel intimidated. And
they did, and there's going to be arrests in the next several hours, Greta. There will be arrests tied to that.
She wasn't lying.
People will be brought to justice for how they violated the law in that situation.
Well, Don Lemon is a journalist, and so I thought he was going, and so when I first saw it, I assumed he was going in as a journalist covering it. I mean, I go into bad places and ask questions all the time. But when his comment about the white supremacy all of a sudden made me think, well, maybe he wasn't there as a journalist.
Yeah, well,
he wasn't.
Not only that comment,
he was an agitator.
The fact that ahead of time, before this even happened.
In my videos, I've been talking about Mito Blue. This methylene blue, right? Really small blue capsules. Amazing. And the potency is almost double what you see on Alex Jones's channel, where he's talking about the liquid that you drink. I want you to go to blueturner.com, put in LFR20 so that you receive 20% off. You're going to get a 30 to 60 day supply, adjustable shipping frequency, free shipping, and you can cancel it anytime. Y'all go ahead and take it, man. Let me know what y'all think. And don't forget to put in that code so you get 20% off.
Before they went into this church.
So this is kind of a bad day for us. But, we're going to heaven, so that's the best news we got.
Do you understand that some of these folks feel voiceless?
I don't understand, because right now I'm so upset right now. I don't really have I'm thirsty, and I can't think very clearly. So what I want to do is just say, we love you. My son and I love you guys. And that's
I'm a journalist. They're activists.
The simplest thing we can say is that we love you guys.
What do you mean, you guys?
Well, whoever's here in this house.
Okay.
We don't distinguish between Christian and non-Christian. We love everyone, and we want everyone to come to heaven.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. We want folks to go to heaven. And if we need to talk about these things, then this isn't the time for that, really.
But don't you think until we go to heaven, if you believe in that there should be some sort of peace here on earth, and that people should have agency, and we shouldn't be beating people up off the street, and we should be abiding by the Constitution?
I think that's just a little bit loaded for me right now.
Yes.
Why so?
Well, I don't want to interview right now.
Yes.
I don't want to interview. I just want to tell you guys I love you. I don't need to interview right now because
God is love.
I want to be with my son. It's Sunday. It's time for rest and for renewal. I would like to answer your question, but I just can't right now.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
So he said that he was supposed to be there as a reporter, or as he was supposed to have been there chronicling, as he said. But what you seem to be there as is a translator of the protesters to let people know why they're protesting. That's not what a reporter does, bro. Like, if you're going to ask questions, ask questions. If you're going to ask them hard-hitting questions, ask some hard-hitting questions. Could you please at least try to be unbiased at just a little bit? Bro, you don't work for CNN anymore. Just be there, put your microphone in their face, ask questions, and go around to the next guy.
Individuals that were going in with him that were activists and the work that they'd done in the past. The fact that this entire situation was then posted on the Black Lives Matter website, all of that is something that they're going to be responsible for.
And I do want to correct something that was said in the beginning. We did not rush into that church. We actually went and sat down and participated in the service. And after the pastor prayed, that is when I stood up and asked him a question in response to his prayer. And then he responded to me. And then I proceeded to ask him about
you can't cover your ass now. You're trying to cover your ass.
How is it possible for him to serve as both the pastor and the director of ICE for Minnesota?
Yeah, interrupting
and instead
service.
Of responding to me, as soon as I said the name David Easterwood, the pastor says, "Shame."
It doesn't matter what he said. You interrupted service and you broke the law that way. Hopefully you know that now. You should have been advised by somebody before doing so.
Shame.
Don Lemon should have advised you.
And that is when I led us in chants, justice for Renee Good and hands up, don't shoot. So I want to clarify that. We didn't rush in. We didn't bust in. We were a part of the service until I got up and posed that question to the pastor.
Sure.
These people have come into our house.
I like this guy.
And they've interrupted our worship. This is a house of peace, and we try to proclaim that. And this stirs division and rancor. and in the end, it's not helpful. Ultimately, I believe they've lost. They've emptied a house of worship. Everybody's gone home. Their point has been proven worthless. And so, in the end, I think they lose. But more importantly, if I was to break into any of their houses uninvited,
that's right,
cause derision and upset,
yep,
according to their values, I would be kicked out. Ultimately,
you'd be arrested.
It's not a good way.
Yeah.
I feel violated. I feel interrupted. I feel angry. This is all part of a much larger dialogue, in my opinion. On one side are people who watched a previous administration bring 12 million people in over the course of 4 years, and many of them undocumented, many of them criminals, etc. This is another administration's corrective. Now, whether you agree with the policies or procedures, I think I could actually be sympathetic to some of the things where there have been challenges to fashion and decency. At the same time, these are what are called targeted interventions by ICE to keep the American people safe.
If I respectfully may interject here, I've been out reporting on a lot of these, and they're not targeted. There are no warrants signed by a judge, let me finish. And they're American citizens, many of them. Most of the people that they detain don't have criminal convictions or criminal records.
I'm not going to get into the weeds.
But you should know that, though. Don't you think that's part of it?
Yes, and I could also show you many opposing sides where we're also picking up.
And now he wants to debate
the very criminals that have put Americans in danger.
Yeah, debate him now.
I'm not saying it's pretty. I'm not saying it's not messy. I'm not saying it couldn't be better. I'm saying this is a part of a much larger dialogue in which one administration caused a great deal of chaos and havoc and danger for American citizens, and another is trying to correct that.
Do you believe that? Why honestly,
okay.
He said it, so he believes it, bro. He said it, so he believes it. And that's the problem right there, Don. You don't get what he's saying, and you're not there in a reporter's capacity. You're there as a protester. You're there as an agitator. You're there as a left-wing nut with a microphone. That's it. That's it. You came in there with them. You walked around with them while they was doing their thing. You interrupted service just the way that they did with that gentleman, with the pastor himself. And the pastor actually tried to move you out the way. I didn't even show you guys that. Matter of fact, I'm going to add this at the end of the video for those that are still here. He tried to let you know, look, I got to take care of my church. I got to take care of my people. And he tried to just usher you along, and you looked at him and you said, with all due respect, don't touch me.
I have to take care of my flock.
Okay, but listen, we live in there's a constitution in the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest.
We're here to worship. We're here to worship Jesus, because that's the hope of these cities. That's the hope of the world, is Jesus Christ.
I want to be very respectful. Please don't push me, though.
We're here to worship Jesus. Yes. That's why we're here. Yes. Okay, that's why we're here. Okay.
We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.